Good, good day, everybody. Um, you're welcome to LK Research Academy. And just like the name Research Academy is, we're going to be looking at research and how to conduct good research that would be presentable for journal purposes, for consultancy purposes, and generally add value to content within the society and academic circles at large, and even the government. So, this is my first YouTube video. Don't expect the best, but don't also expect the worst, because as we improve, as the videos continue coming out, I'm going to try to get better at them. I would also encourage you to subscribe to the page, like the videos, comment, let us know where we could get better, where we're doing wrongly, and constructive criticism that will allow us to make better videos for you. Okay, let's look at how to carry out a good research. So, the first thing that is needed in conducting research is research. You need to be able to sit down to ask critical questions, dig into information and findings about what it is that you want to research about. I could sit down here today and say I want to carry out research in the energy sector, for example, or in Nigerian uh, macroeconomic policy, to see how Nigerian government runs macroeconomic policy. I couldn't just sit down and say I want to start writing on it. The first thing I would do is try to start gathering material to look at what is the nature and the makeup of Nigerian macroeconomic policy framework. And we've had different governments over time. So time factor will be important to consider what the different dispensations have done, and then what the law says, and also how the different bodies within the um, economic framework of Nigeria interact with each other to define what it is that um, makes up the Nigerian macroeconomic policy framework. So research basically starts with research. That's what I'm trying to say, and that means work. It's not that you just sit down and you think you have something to write on and you start writing from your head. No, you start reading to see what has been done out there. So you should first of all be able to, like I put down at the second bullet point, you should be able to define the area of specialization that your research will be centered on. I'm an economist by training up to the doctorate level. However, my area of research is not just economics. I am an economic researcher, but I specialize in energy economics. Now, given that specialty, I also know that energy economics is a very broad field. So I can't just wake up today and say I want to carry out research on energy economics. No, I have to look at the different subtopics under energy economics, so I will be able to properly define my research area. I hope you are seeing my screen. Okay, so I could be interested in some subtopics under energy economics, which could include things like energy consumption and economic growth, energy poverty and economic well-being, energy tariff, the price of different energy products and how they're affecting the well-being of the public. So I could go into their subtopics to define my research area, so I don't just say I'm doing a research on energy economics. I can't just do a research on energy economics. So in any research you're doing, the first thing you need to do is define the broad general research area that you are trying to look into. And once you've been able to define it, like if I say I want to look at energy consumption, we know that energy consumption, well, it's a general thing. We have different forms of energy consumption. There's renewable, there's non-renewable. Then I can now start going from that area and say, okay, since I know there's renewable and there's non-renewable, I want to specialize in a renewable, or I want to carry out this research in non-renewable, I have to go deep, step by step, to find out the different areas I can specialize in under energy economics. But I can't just say I want to carry out research on energy economics. Then I also need to be very aware that I don't need to just go into a research that will not help or add value to the world and society. No. That is why it is important for me to understand that I am not an island. No man is an island of his own. Therefore, it is important that you define your research area. If it is energy economics, what are the subtopics under? Okay, I haven't defined that research area. The next thing to do is to find out within this research area that I am interested in, what is the global context of discussion right now? Is the world interested in this thing I want to research on, or isn't it? Um, let's imagine I'm an IT person. I can't sit down and say I want to go and find out what the use of Nokia 3310 phones are in terms of how useful are those phones to economic growth in Nigeria. It's not relevant. It doesn't. It's not something that is in the peripheral of the discussions around energy economics right now. So it wouldn't be a fruitful research. Basically, that's what I'm saying. So you need to get something that would add value, and for you to add value, you need to be discussing around the areas that are being frequently discussed within that area that you have decided to specialize in. So I go a step further to say, in the global context, what are people talking about around energy poverty? What are people talking about around energy consumption? You understand? Um, and to do this, I have to, like I said, conduct research. So the first thing that I would need to do would be to check online to see what people are talking about. And there are strategic websites that can help you do this. I've provided Google Scholar, which you can access by either going directly on Google and typing googlescholar.com, and you will see the search result. Okay, I think we should do that. Let me show you. So if we go directly online here, um, so uh, just I hope you can see what I'm doing. I hope you. Okay, so I come to my Google tab and I write www.google.com, and then once the Google tab is shown, I say Google um, Scholar. Under Google Scholar, you see the tab. I click on Google Scholar there, and yes, I have Google Scholar. So this will take you directly to scholarly related articles. And most of the articles on Google Scholar are academic, by the way. So it will help you find out what people are discussing in that area. This is the places research. Um, you also have, like you can see on my slide, we also have ResearchGate. We have ResearchGate, which is on researchgate.net. You may not necessarily have access to ResearchGate if you are not within the academic system, but I'm on ResearchGate, and when I go into ResearchGate, I could also search and see what people are talking about within that my area of interest. So this is the first thing that you need to do. You need to first of all define your area. Defining your area is so important, and then getting in tune with what people are discussing about within that area you want to research in. Once we are successfully done with that, then the next video I'll show you what the next steps to take are and how to proceed. Thank you very much.